Andrew Cherico here, joined by Trace Trocco and Nick Williams in the bounce house for the Sons of UCF, brought to you by Latavius Murray's Knights 24/7. Guys, this was a statement win for UCF, 34-9 on the biggest stage, national television, against North Carolina and arguably the greatest NFL coach of all time, Bill Belichick. This was a matchup of unexpecteds on both sides, but Trace, especially for a quarterback with the Knights, where Taven Jackson wasn't announced as a starter until it was a game-time decision. But he showed poise, showed drive, and the confidence he's had throughout the season. What did you see from Taven?
Taven Jackson, the Indiana transfer, has really grown into his role as a starter after coming in for an injured Cam Fancher in Week 1 in that win over Jacksonville State. He showed the Knights what he could do on the ground, scoring a touchdown, leading rusher, and also through the air with a touchdown pass. Knights are up 13-0. North Carolina kicks a field goal right before the half, and the Knights could have closed this out, been up 13-3. But Taven leads the Knights on a 6-play, 83-yard drive that culminates in a 17-yard touchdown pass to Kylan Fox, and the Knights were up 23, moved to 3-0, never looking back.
That's the confidence and grit that Taven Jackson has displayed all season, and he showcased why he was chosen as a starter against North Carolina. Now, Nick, on the other side of the ball, UCF's defense dominated UNC, not allowing them to score until the end of the first half. What did you see from them?
Well, Bill Belichick is known for his defense, but people are going to start talking about Alex Grinch's defense after this game. Braden Marshall with an interception, Nigel Lee Kelly with an interception, overall dominant defensive performance.
Let's hear from Coach Frost and players.
Yeah, I think it does to me personally, and that's no knock on him. That's respect to him for everything he's accomplished. But he was my position coach and coordinator for 2 years, my first 2 years in the NFL. I know how smart he is and how good a coach he is. This isn't all on him. When you take over a new corporate program in college right now, I did it too. It just takes a while to get the team together, and I feel like we got a little head start on it. Getting here a little earlier and maybe getting involved in the portal earlier. It means a lot to me to win for these guys, but I got so much respect and admiration for Coach Belichick, and he's going to get it. There's just no question.
Of course, the emphasis is always knocking them back, getting quarterback hurries, getting sacked, just disrupting the line of scrimmage. So that's what we was supposed to do, so we did it.
Learning that we've come a long way, but we have a long way to go. That's what I want our team to take away, and I think they will. We're a lot better team than we were against Jacksonville State, but we're going to have to be a better team than what we were tonight to go to Manhattan and win. And I think it's just going to get tougher from there. So we got to keep pushing forward and rising.
The best we've been so far, yeah, but obviously we need to play better than what we did. We want to be perfect in everything we do. And sometimes we weren't as perfect. I will say I'm very happy with how we had that long drive and was able to string together some plays. Week 1, week 2, we might have had 2, 3, 4 penalties on that same drive. We did have one penalty, but we overcame it on that drive and ended up putting some points on the board. So I'm pretty sure Coach Frost will be happy with that. We talk about it all the time how hard it is to string together double-digit plays in succession. So.
Just the next game, honestly. We just looking at Kansas State now and ready to rock with them. So it's not really a big deal to none of us. It's just the next game, so it's time to go attack it.
Taven made some plays that a lot of people might not notice, with blitzes coming off edges and hanging on the ball and throwing it over their head and seeing some things that maybe weren't first on his progression and getting the ball to him. He made some really good quarterback plays today. That being said, we got some good players, and Jakari, when he goes in there, is a smart play for us, and we got to keep finding the right formula every week. But I'm really impressed and happy with the progress that Taven's made, and he can be a great player if he stays in that path.
Yeah, feel like I'm getting the hang of it a little bit. There's a lot of things to improve on, but a win is a win, and especially against that coach and what he's done, and we have all the respect for Coach Belichick and his staff and that team, and they came out there and fought hard, and it was a great game.
Trace, satisfying win in what has been an emotional week or so for the Knights.
Emotional, of course, because offensive line coach Sean Clark has been hospitalized following a medical emergency more than a week ago. And that was the tone off the top from head coach Scott Frost in his presser. You heard it from the players as well. It's been an emotional time. They have tried their best to stay focused on football, and they won this one for Coach Clark.
Powerful win for the Knights. Trace, you were with the UCF presser. Nick, we were with Coach Belichick following the blowout loss. Let's just say the rumors of him being a little bit more open with media since he's came down to the college level, not so true. In our presser, he was short of words, bored, annoyed, and quite honestly, not happy with his team's performance. What did you learn from Belichick?
Well, you said it well, Andrew. I mean, very dry responses that he gave us, but he did credit his former safety from when he was a defensive coordinator on the New York Jets, Coach Frost, for running a very complete and physical offense.
Let's hear from North Carolina.
Well, it's a good pass rushing team. They're the longest problem with these guys for everybody. So, situation we wanted to stay out of, and when we were in it, it was hard. When we weren't, we had a little more success, but I mean, it's a good pass rushing team. No, they did a good job. I mean, they do a good job. They have multiple options on their plays, which is they execute them well. Yeah, I mean, this is what they do. You know, they're balanced. They have good backs. Quarterbacks are involved. Get the ball to the receivers on the RPOs. I mean, they're a well-balanced offense. Yeah, well-coached. They do a good job. So, look, Scott's a smart guy. He works hard. I mean, he played quarterback in Nebraska. Then he played special teams and defense at the Jets. So he played in all three phases of the game within a very short period of time at a very high level, which I think says a lot for him, not both physically and from a preparation and ability to do multiple things in the game, not just physically, but understand the game, assignments, and all that. So, that's what I know about him.
Nick, huge win for UCF on the national scale. Maybe the most attention they'll get from a non-conference game this entire season. What else was special about this matchup?
Well, Andrew, we all know that this was a matchup 7 years in the making, postponed 2018 and then in 2020. But the Knights finally got to play it, and they came out victorious.
And Trace, the Knights' first 2 games of the season were expected wins. Not so much this, but they still feel like they can do better, especially as they go on the road to begin conference play.
UCF running back Miles Montgomery said that the Knights are going to have to do better to win in the Big 12, especially on the road, where the Knights have struggled in Big 12 play over the course of their first 2 seasons. Head coach Scott Frost knows Manhattan, Kansas. It was the first stop on his collegiate coaching career. He knows that this team is going to have to play a lot better, cut down on mistakes like penalties, 7 in this one, in order to get a victory on the road in Manhattan, Kansas next Saturday.
You guys will be able to find more coverage like this, including breakdowns from UCF Athletic Hall of Famer Latavius Murray, as well as analysis, post-game recaps, and recruiting information from Latavius Murray's Knights 24/7, as I'm here with Trace Trocco and Nick Williams, and I'm Andrew Cherico for the Sons of UCF.